Hey, welcome back to Unpacking the Week. Thanks for coming back. Anybody who's coming back, anyone else who's new, brand new. This is just an unboxing kind of video. With a draftable set, we would typically do kind of some kind of draft practice or something. But I'm opening up Dusk Till Dawn right now. So it's where I have just gone to an armory. I've just played some games. I just got a box. And we're just talking about what we discovered throughout the week. So clear off the dust, move the mouse out of the way, and get to it. So, I just got back from an armory. I just won, miraculously. I'm not gonna front. I am playing Prism. I have not gotten the Prism data log up yet because I'm just not sure what deck I'm gonna land on. I'm just tinkering around with some things and seeing what I like the feel of right now. But as soon as I land on a deck that I think is gonna be the version I play for a while, I'll get a new data sheet up for the patrons and anyone else in the local meta who wants to take a look at that, and we can start looking at my playtesting data,
Aerate it.
my notes, and all of that.
Warm it up.
So how did I win an armory in a meta filled with brutes?
Driving up that top note.
It's a very good question because we even had a player who was very busy with school return and brought KO. Simply put, I don't want to be super boring or anything. They rolled a lot of ones.
That's a 10.
One player, on my turn, I had a library on turn 1, and on their turn, they blood rushed, and I presented an Arclight Sentinel, and I was off to the races. From there, I was just dropping Merciless Retributions. What is that card called? How do I not know my own cards? Passing Mirage? I was dropping Passing Mirages, so they had to take care of those, but all the while I was building up those Merciless Retributions. This was not planned, it just happened to be so fortuitous. Ooh, nice. Little foil Banneret of Courage. And a Spirit of War in the same pack. Nice, very well done. And, just building up auras left and right. Unfortunately, on one of their turns, they just swung at me and did a good amount of damage. And at the end of their turn, I dropped a Genesis, started building Spectral Shields, and then on another past turn, they rolled a dice for the Scabskins to try to start clearing my board. Well, they rolled a 1 and didn't bring their gloves. On their turn, I pitched 2 blues and played the Arclight Sentinel. Flicker Trick, nice. I then, on my turn, Genesis something away. And arsenaled another Arclight Sentinel. From here, I start to lock them out. Their turns get kind of wasted. They unfortunately roll another 1 while my Arclight Sentinel is out. Conventional wisdom probably says you should have just cleared this Sentinel. I would have just played another one, which, I mean, you have to get through them, so it probably is the better play to just take out the Sentinel as opposed to rolling for the Scabs. And I'm so sorry about the teeth sucking. I have been trying so hard to stop doing that into the microphone because it's right here. It's a dynamic mic, and I really try to get really close. So I've done everything in my power to reduce the noise from the street a few houses down. And I apparently just did it again. I apparently can't control that. Getting back to the game, sorry. These are kind of scattered videos for anyone new. I'm just saying that a couple times because I've noticed a few new viewers. Thank you, by the way, for checking us out. Please subscribe, like, comment on anything you see that's dumb or hear that you like. Whatever. I do have some educational videos and would prefer people watch those a little bit more. And obviously I still have my Max Nitro guides up. I believe I put those over to YouTube already. The game pretty went out of control after that because for the 2 or 3 turns they rolled a 1. And then one time they rolled a 2 to clear the Sentinel finally. I had already been attacking with Aegis a few times and just building up Spectral Shields. So they had 2 choices. take 3 damage per spectral shield they pop, or spend their turns clearing out the spectra, and it was just too late. I already had the library in play for so long. The game just kind of went my way. No two ways about it. You know, I'm not gonna say, oh, I finally cracked the code on how to beat Brute. Nope. You just gotta be there, not concede, get a few lucky rolls in your favor. And that had made me think about, as a Prism player, maybe I should run the Gambler's Gloves to kind of force that situation. This is a card I want to talk about. The Chorus of Iron Song. Until end of turn, target Dawnblade gets +1, and damage that would be dealt cannot be prevented. This can absolutely ruin Enigma's day. All right? Enigma, a poorly positioned Prism, anything. This will absolutely ruin their day. I remember back in the day being a Dorinthia main. Looks like I'm not gonna even fucking advertise for them. They don't pay me. So let me just cover this all up. They need to pay this person with tens of views. So I remember being a Dorinthia main and having the largest problem. I should not drink that. That is so much caffeine. Well, old Zach didn't listen to himself that night. Maybe someday he'll learn to. I'm just saying that because it's 4 a.m. and I gotta get going soon. I didn't have a lot of solutions to Prism, but this new Prism relies pretty heavily on Ward. And then obviously Enigma's whole shtick is Ward. So be on the lookout for this card. Be on the lookout for the Chorus of Iron Song. A friend and I just looked up the price of it because I'm buying Dusk Till Dawn like mad right now, trying to complete my personal collection of it and my playset of certain cards from it. And it is too cheap. This is not a market channel. I don't like this. I may eventually start doing market watches or like my take on the market, but it's very boring. I don't think things need to be this. I don't know what to tell you. We're just gonna keep going. It is crazy how I don't think I've opened up a single anything. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Legendary out of this set that's not what is it called? The Iron Song, the warrior cards. Oh, hey. It is not the Marvel, but that is the first time I've opened up Leviah Redeemed. I think she's underprinted, or maybe my local meta just has a super weirdly collated batch of Dusk Till Dawn. This is the first time I've opened her, and I'm almost done with my master set of this set, and this is the first one I've opened. So I'm very I was just talking shit about not having opened great. There's no way that's the whole box already. Oh, there's some more to the left. Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't know if my local meta has opened up a lot of Leviah Redeemed. I had to buy mine like way long ago, so I don't know. What was I talking? Oh yeah, the Brute matchup. So I had another Brute matchup after that. My first match was against Assassin, which as I've been speculating, is not very fun for the Assassin. That feels like a rough match, and that's kind of what I don't like about Prism right now. It feels like my matches are not trying to be insulting to any deck or player. All of my matches feel either super easy or impossible. It's just a straight dichotomy deck. A lot of the other decks I play feel like I have a lot of 50-50s or 40-60s, and they're a lot like a blast to play. But with Prism, now that I've kind of felt her out and gotten to see what she's made of, what she's capable of, it's just play by the numbers, really. Well, that's like most decks you could say, but uh, I either completely shut down my opponent and put them in a prism of agony until I win, or you're KO or Rhinar, right? Like the Guardian matchup even feels pretty good right now. My current play partner is still pretty heavily playing Guardian, but I'm not afraid of that matchup. And I know a lot of people are telling me how good Victor is. What is going on with? Is it my local meta? Do we just not know how to play Victor? Are people just not patient in America? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But every time someone tells me that Victor is just like this huge problem in the meta, I just think back to I had an IP2 because I forgot to list a card in my deck lists for one of the pro quests. The card that I forgot to list was Nitro Mechanoid. How in God's name do you do that when you're playing Max? I don't know. Not the point. I had an IP2 and I almost left. God damn it. Can I stop opening cold? Ah, that is very pretty. That is very. I just like the silver sheen. It's very eye catching. So, what was I saying? It was very discouraging to hear that I had an IP2 going into the top 8 because I had a few bad matchups running into it. And then I heard I was playing Victor and decided all of a sudden it was a very winnable event. I then went into the game with an IP2 and nothing had changed. It was boost, hyperdriver, take 8 damage. Boost, hyperdriver, take 8 damage. Boost, save my hyperdriver, create hyperdriver, pass turn, continue to block until I'm down to like 14 life. Just block every single card, arsenal a high octane along the way, and then mechanoid. I don't know if that's just Max. I don't know if I just play the right decks for beating up on Victor. I don't know. Oh, fuck. God damn. Walk with your boys. And then like Prism, I've just not experienced a problem with Victor. Yeah, they've done the hammer thing, but if you're set up correctly, it's super telegraphed that they're gonna do it. You just set up something that's obvious bait, and it's obvious, and they take it anyway because they have to. They can't just let you get away with the game the entire time. And it's just bangers. This is gonna kill someone someday. And it will be amazing. Leviah didn't really seem to have a problem with Victor. I mean, obviously Leviah's damage output is just insane. I guess I haven't played Dorinthia into Victor or Phi. I don't know, because those are just the decks I have back there. Kind of hard to see from here, probably. You can kind of see their coloration a little bit. I guess I haven't played Riptide into Victor either, and I'm sure that can't be that bad because Overpower doesn't really affect Riptide as much. I don't know, man. Victor just does not seem like that big of a problem to me. But if the meta disagrees, the meta... really afraid of a lot of this. Like, I don't even need it to focus a lot for you to see that huge chip. I'm starting to see that on a lot of Dusk Till Dawn cards, and I'm not very excited about it. Either way. You know, like I said, maybe Victor's a huge problem, maybe not. People also told me Max wasn't the way to go, but you know, I just think people get stuck in these. I think I talked about this before, except it was on the podcast. It was like how ants follow each other. Again, I'm not being reductive to you as a human being if you think these things. I'm just saying a lot of time information gets passed between people. Nice, 2 of these in one bottle. Not this specific one, but and I know a lot of people say they do the work, say they do the data collection, say they do the testing. On my Patreon and my Discord, I have my data available. You can easily see what I've done. It is close to 200 games a deck. Of the decks I own. That is not of every hero. I still very much so am a proponent that we need to cut down on the amount of heroes we have because testing is becoming so tedious for me. For people like me who do like to gather the...
Please, Aunt Gwen.
Aunt, get a load of Her Majesty.
Gather the data. It's starting to become tedious because I have to try to pick and choose who I think are going to be the real meta threats, and then like there are just going to be some heroes that I have 0 games against and I am aware of but not really prepared for, and that's not acceptable in a competitive game. I really need to be more able to to prepare for everything. I don't want to get sucker punched. I fucking hate getting sucker punched. That aside, I got really sidetracked off of the armory matches, and we're almost at the end of the video. But yeah, it was just like there wasn't a lot to really talk about technically. It was my opponent would roll a 1, I would take advantage by placing down 2 Spectras and 1 passing Mirage on my turn, and I just snowballed from there, and there was just no way to come back after that because I had an Arclight Sentinel lock on them. Someday this will be useful again. I never played her, but I really desperately wanted to, because right now I only play heroes that I've won. I was trying to trade my old him promo for Briar every chance I got, but nobody wanted it, so then I just built him. As for new events that kind of happened, I mean, it's spoiler season. We've all seen it. Like, unfortunately, LSS has taken... This isn't unfortunately, it's their right to do so, have taken the charge on revealing a lot of the spoilers themselves when they have a lot of content. I know that I'm not going to get one. Right, I have absolutely no delusion that I'm going to be the one to get one. Okay. But, you know, you can make it more of a festive season, but they just chose to pull the Blitz decks out and say, look at all these cards that you got. And that's fine. You know, then they presented how to plays, and this is a very important set for how to plays because they've got a whole new country coming into the game. A very important country, arguably for TCGs, Japan is entering the fight. And that's huge. That's a huge market. If Japan accepts a card game, it's almost guaranteed to just... We're already... Like, there's no... I don't even know why in my head I'm like, oh, this is so important. It's already a global game. It's already everywhere. It's firmly established. We're in year 5. We're not going anywhere. Like, I don't know. I guess we could briefly take a quick look and see if there are any new cards on the reveal. I have it up here anyway. There's the legendaries that came out that are very fantastic. I don't know why I chose to scroll the entire page. The Mask of Recurring Nightmares, where the ladies have like 6 arms or something like that. They're the definition of the spider, but they're clearly not the spider in this scenario. Blade Break 2, once per turn attack reaction 3 chi. Target defending hero banishes a card from their hand, and you don't have to break the headpiece for that. That's just what it does. Target defending hero banishes a card from hand for a full resource. This makes the Mystic Assassin fatigue game unreal. Obviously, the headpiece is unusable up until you start transcending, so that's kind of the balance trade-off. And I'm gonna go ahead and move this right here now because now I'm looking at the screen, and we're gonna make sure audio stays good. Yeah, that makes the audio. The in-game balance for things like the mask just absolutely... You can tell they're really trying to make sure the end game has an end game. We're not just like milling around there. After that, I mean, we've already seen Gorgon's Gaze, all of the Gorgon's Gaze, and it just stopped responding to that for some reason. And that goes all the way to the bottom. Okay, so the site doesn't like the arrow keys. Gotcha. We'll just slow roll it then. Traverse the Universe. I've not seen this card yet. Mystic Equipment Head. That is some beautiful art. I'll put that on screen for us to look at together here. When this defends, search your deck for an inner chi. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Blade Break. That's okay. It's an on-demand chi for certain abilities and tricks. But then obviously the headspace seems really competitive because that first Mystic Assassin helmet was a headpiece. And then you have 12 Petal Kasaya, Cassia. I don't know. I don't know what the over A specifically is pronounced. What for whatever Cassia, whatever. We're done with that. Whenever you transcend, you may gain a resource. That is insane. In fact, I believe it's Kugane Gaming. Maybe it's Qgain Gaming. I don't know which one of those. I've never talked to them. I think I was watching a video of theirs where this borderline flat out enabled a 300 damage turn with Zen. You want to get Art of Warband? That's how you get Art of Warband. Is just a flat out 300 damage turn. And you couldn't defend it if you wanted to. You couldn't stop it if you wanted to. When it starts, it's over. I mean, obviously, like an Arclight Sentinel stops it. but if you don't have an Arclight Sentinel, you're done. You're done, son. It's like an art of, like a Mind State of the Tiger, an Art of War, any blue pitch, a Transcend card, and something that pumps tigers, I think is all you technically need. And it just, is that 4 cards or 5? I don't remember. But yeah, then you just transcend. The 12 Petal Kasaya gives you the resource. You Art of War your Crouching Tiger away. You create a bunch of Crouching Tigers. You draw 2 cards. And it's just it's just insane. Go check out Kugain Gaming's video on that. I don't know if I don't know them, would want me talking too much or linking about it. Just go watch that video. It's awesome. Let's see, what else do we have? Attune with Cosmic Vibrations. First off, that art, again, I'm going to put this on the screen for us to look at together. It's incredible art. What does this do? Blue pitch, 2 defense, 2 attack. Whenever this attacks a hero or defend a hero's attack, reveal the top card of their deck. If the revealed card is blue, it gets +3 and +3. That's incredible. I kind of like it. Levels of Enlightenment. What is this? 1 resource, blue pitch, 3 defense, 3 attack. When this attacks, you choose 1 for each blue card you've pitched this turn. Draw a card, +2, and go again. Whoa. It's Mystic E-Strike. That's awesome. Levels of Enlightenment and Enlightened Strike. I love their wordplay that they just, every land, every place should get their own Enlightened Strike. I love that. I love that. Unravel Aggression. If a Chi was pitched to play this draw card, and it's a defense reaction with 5 defense, fantastic. Man, this set just keeps getting more and more interesting. I've seen a lot of my local meta posting their testing. It seems like almost seems like nobody here wants to play Enigma. The only testing I'm seeing is New and Zen. You know, that's fine. We'll just have 40 Zen. We'll just, not literally 40, but we'll just have nothing but Zen and New face-offs over and over again. We'll just skip to the next things, but we've already gone over Bonds of Agony in one of the previous episodes of something that I've done. I know that much. Where's a card that we haven't seen yet? I love 10,000 Year Reunion, just Ward 10. With an alternate cost. It's very cool. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and go back to this. Right. A lot of Illusionist cards came out. Speaking of Illusionist cards, I really hope anybody anticipating playing Illusionist or Enigma picked up their cards already. All of my stuff started to arrive for my Illusionist binder because I'm building Prism and I need my Illusionist, my whatever. All it started to arrive, and damn near prices tripled on the things that I had ordered and were arriving that day. Very hard not to just turn around and sell it, but I want it for my collection, not to make money off of. Yeah, that's what the business is for, but their collection is separate than mine. Maul. Let's look at Maul. 0 cost, 3 block. Choose 1 or both. Target attack action card with 1 or less base power gets +3, so Crouching Tigers. Or target a Crouching Tiger gets, when this hit, create 2 Crouching Tigers into your banish zone. You may play them. Very, very. I really am so happy they went with the Crouching Tiger plan. Made the Dynasty payoff even better. I don't care about Stonewall Gauntlet. Rowdy Locals. If this is defended by an action card, it gets +2 attack. Okay, so it's like Feisty Locals, but Rowdy Locals. When this hits a hero, discard a card. If you do, they discard a card. So it's better feisty look. Great. I think we've already gone over weakest link and Blanche. Blanche just says fuck you, Draconic and Light Heroes, which is great. Nothing else super crazy here. And then I've already gone over Supercell. I don't think we went over Shadow Realm Horror, but I do love that it's just 3-headed Abomination Cthulhu. It's literally just Cthulhu, which is kind of disappointing. Obviously they did a little modification on it, but it's a large, hulking, walking monstrosity. Okay, fair enough. Oh yeah, we got the Mirror Guy Dust.
Okay.
Yeah. We already talked about Kindle.
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
We've seen that there's a new Enigma, like we had an old Enigma. We saw a different kind of Enigma that came out of a golden booster pack from the Tokyo box opening. I don't remember who did that one. I wish I could shout you out. I'm sorry, I don't know. I was like third hand told about this. Equipment you own get cloaked, which means you turn them face down. And then transcend resources, the chi. Turn target face down equipment you have face up. If it has ward, create 3 spectral tokens, spectral shields. Really, nothing else spoiled as far as I think they're calling it story slot now. Just Supercell, which again we just did not need. Fair enough. Anyway, everybody, thanks for sticking around. I'm sorry, I kind of probably got a little bit boring there when I was digging for like news on spoilers, but you know, it's just so much of it's already been told by the channels that they were given to, and the LSS themselves already got rid of most of the spoiling out of the way on their own. Check out that Patreon, subscribe to this channel. This was more of a casual episode for any of those of you who are new and checking this out. Much more casual episode. The podcast is largely what I'm after. That's Crash Command Games presents Cast a Commotion. That one is like, I wanted it to be twice a month, but it's more like once a month, sometimes twice a month. It's just hard to scrape together that much information when there's already so much out there. Really should just have more of a just get it done and get my own spin on it attitude, but I haven't so far. Still, there's plenty of content on that Patreon. Fun little videos that get outtaken. Obviously, early access to videos. This was released like 5 days ago on the Patreon. I'll probably start doing the pack thing once we get a certain level of patrons. It's all listed there. Then you can join the Discord and join some of my friends. We're playing the V Rising update 1.0. You know, just join the small community and have a little bit of fun, huh? Thanks again for watching Unpacking the Week, and this one is zeroed.